Imagine waking up one morning and gazing out at those iconic Amish landscapes, the vast green fields stretching under a golden sunrise, horse-drawn buggies clipping along dusty roads. Families in simple plain clothes gathering for church or chores. Now, picture wondering what hidden challenges lie behind that perfect peace. What if the very traditions that make Amish life so admired also create barriers when families face serious struggles? Today, we uncovering untold stories from former Amish members who have bravely stepped forward to share their experiences of leaving restrictive communities, the strict practice of shunning, and the emotional pain of breaking free. These are real accounts from people who grew up in old order settlements, faced heartbreaking isolation, and risked everything to build new lives. We'll explore how some communities enforce rules that cut off members from modern choices, the long journey of healing, and the surprising resilience that's emerging today. Hang on tight, because these tales of courage and forbidden freedoms will make you rethink those serene buggies and barns forever. Let's start with the story of one young man whose decision changed his world overnight. Picture teenager raised on a quiet Ohio farm, helping with harvests from dawn till dusk, attending singings with other youth in candlelit barns. His name was Samuel, and like many Amish teens during rumspringa, that brief period of exploration, he tasted the outside world: electricity, cars, even a cell phone hidden in the hayloft. But when he chose to stay English, to pursue education beyond 8th grade and a life without the Ordnung's strict rules, the first hours felt like a storm breaking. Whispers spread quickly through the community. Bishops visited his parents, urging them to persuade him back. That initial day was a blur of confusion, packing a small bag in secret, saying quiet goodbyes to siblings who begged him not to go, knowing the pain it would cause. As the hours turned to days, the reality sank in. Former members described those early moments as overwhelming freedom mixed with crushing grief. One woman recalled her first day after rejecting baptism, waking in a relative's English home, staring at forbidden jeans in a mirror, tears flowing as she realized she'd never share meals with her family again. The emotional twists. Come sharp joy at simple things like turning on a light switch without guilt, but heartbreak hearing buggies pass without stopping at her door. In those opening weeks, ex-Amish often hide, fearing confrontation from church leaders who might show up to plead or warn of eternal consequences. Over the months and years, the long-term effects weave deep into the soul. Many who leave face decades of rebuilding, learning to drive, finding jobs without marketable skills, and navigating taxes and technology that were once seen as worldly sins. Women share stories of forbidden education, sneaking books under quilts by flashlight, only to emerge into a world where their limited schooling holds them back. Men talk of the ache from lost craftsmanship, trading barn-raising camaraderie for lonely apartments, emotional high spark in discoveries, tasting ice cream flavors beyond vanilla, attending a movie theater for the first time, or forming friendships without fear of gossip. But the lows crash in waves: holidays spent alone, nightmares of shunning ceremonies where the community literally turns their backs during services. Generational patterns emerge too: parents who left watching their own children thrive in public schools, breaking cycles of isolation. And here is the dramatic twist that flips everything for so many who leave: the full weight of meidung or shunning. It hits not just the lever, but ripples through families like a stone in a pond. This isn't just casual avoidance, it's deliberate, painful exile. Former members describe attending weddings or funerals as outsiders, seated separately, ignored completely by siblings and parents. One ex-Amish woman shared arriving at her father's bedside in his final days, only for ministers to ask her to leave, prioritizing church rules over family mercy. But the bigger revelation from books, documentaries, and survivor networks is that shunning isn't universal. Some progressive Amish groups soften it, allowing business dealings or limited contact, yet in stricter orders across Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana, it's enforced rigorously to maintain separation from the modern world, preserving traditions at a profound personal cost. Now, let's dive into the deeper consequences and the inspiring climax unfolding in Amish country today. The beauties of Amish life shine bright: strong family bonds forged in shared labor, a rejection of vanity, and a faith-centered rhythm free from screens and stress. Outsiders often envy the simplicity, no social media drama, handmade quilts warming homes, and communities rallying for barn fires or illnesses. But the shadows loom large: limited education trapping generations in manual work, patriarchal structures silencing women's voices, and shunning used as a weapon to enforce conformity. The mind-blowing turnaround. Change is quietly galloping in on those very buggies. Former members are founding support groups, writing best-selling memoirs that educate outsiders, and partnering with mental health experts. Some communities are experimenting with counseling, youth programs addressing depression, and even allowing cell phones for business. Brave souls who left aren't just surviving, they're thriving as advocates, proving that questioning traditions can lead to greater compassion and freedom. In the end, the greatest Amish secret isn't the pain of leaving, it's the unbreakable human spirit that rebuilds stronger, bridging old worlds and new. What about you? If you grew up in a tight-knit group with unbreakable rules, would you ever risk everything to explore beyond them? Or what cultural tradition fascinates you most with its hidden costs? Share your thoughts down in the comments. I read every single one. And if this story stirred something in you, hit share to spread the word. Subscribe now for more mysterious tales and historical oddities that'll hook you every time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.